Today it's Friday, July 5th, 2024, and we have an AC compressor. It doesn't matter from which car is the AC compressor. It matters that it's not, you have to keep your foot or accelerator pedal to have more RPMs, the AC compressor, to start working. Otherwise, it's not cooling enough. And the oil that has inside, I mean, if you see the oil, it doesn't look okay. At least it does have metallic shavings. Something is that. Now, what's the plan here? Like with any other AC compressor, I'm gonna open it. I wanna see the pistons and the cylinders, the coating that has the pistons and the cylinders, the bore, if it has any scoring. If it doesn't have any scoring and it's fine, then we're talking about the valve that's between the firewall that has a problem. Actually, it's a little bit more complicated because it has interchiller, this car. But you're gonna see the point now is the AC compressor. Let's eliminate to see how it is the AC compressor. If the cylinders and the pistons inside are okay. You have seen that before. It's not the first time that I'm opening AC compressor. It's classic Denso. What else, right? And what else? Nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's start opening it. Taking apart the AC compressor, let's see the cylinders here. You see there is scoring everywhere, and I saw one that was much worse than the other. No, all of them are not okay. Has some scoring. Let's just now take it apart, and I haven't cleaned nothing. It's just what I see, it's what you see the first time. Now, pistons. Yep, the number 3 here, there is no coating at all. It disappeared completely. This is gonna cause a blow by. Number 3, that means 1, 2, 3, we're talking about here. And yeah, all of them there looks terrible, looks disaster. Yeah, it makes sense. If you go a couple of years back, because I have a couple of videos for AC compressors, I'm saying, and I have put together some AC compressors. How? From 3-4 different AC compressors, I'm found healthy parts. I'm finding the cylinders healthy with the pistons healthy. And if it sees, let us say, any bearing or something, so I'm changing a couple of things. I'm putting one together, and guess what? Till today, they're still running, the compressors that I have built. Nobody told me that, you know what, this compressor that you changed for me, I changed it. Not yet, at least. We're gonna see. Maybe after 5 years. But the third one, it's gone. From what can I see from here, all the rest are okay. I don't know why it's suffering. I mean, it's okay from the point that there is the coating on. You can still see the coating. The number 3, it's disaster. The number 3, for AB reason, he didn't like something. Oh boy. There you go. The other thing is that I haven't counted how many grams it's the oil. Imagine that it's supposed to be another 2 bottles, because when we open the line came some oil out to take it out, and when I open it I lose some oil here. It's supposed to be not, if not 2, at least another 1, this to be full at least, okay? But it looks like too much oil for me, to my eyes. I'm gonna see later on how much it is. Let me wash all this mess and inspect again the pistons. The number 3, like I said goodbye, and the scoring on the cylinders, it's not okay. It's not okay in none of them. I said 1, 2, 3. I'm coming here clockwise. Yeah, this is, yeah. None of the cylinders are okay. Usually you want to see the cylinders from here back. You see these lines? This is how you want it to be. It does have a crosshatch, obviously, has a vertical lines, and has also the oil inside to seal. If the cylinders here was nice, if this was part, it was fine, and I had, let us say, if I caught this piston, here, and you put back together, it's gonna be 100%. Okay, might not be 100%, it might be 95%, but it's not gonna be like that now. That don't have a pressures and it's struggling, it's reaching 20 degrees Celsius and that's it. The evaporator temperature is supposed to be at 3-4 degrees, not 20. Yeah. Let me clean it, let me wash it. Okay, now, it came one friend of mine, I have to pause it for 10-15 minutes. Okay, I have the oil here, I didn't count it, still I didn't count it, I was supposed to count it. Believe it or not, this seal, it's my biggest headache. On any AC compressor, that's my biggest headache. This stupid seal. All the rest, it's okay, I can handle it. Now, the bearing, it's beautiful, it doesn't make any sound, it spins perfect. The rubbers inside here, for the vibrations, to don't be one-to-one, all right, it's excellent, it doesn't have any problem. Now this rubber, it communicates with the rod that gets the movement and spins the pulley. It's fine, it's beautiful. There's nothing wrong here with any of these parts, except the oil. Forget the oil. Then take a look how it became again. No worries, because it's already... There is nothing wrong with the gasket, it doesn't peeling away, it's not coming apart, okay? Also here for the check valves, it's called with different way, I don't know how it's called, but I'm calling it a check valve. All right, the gasket, the metallic gasket is beautiful, front and back. All right, then where am I? This is fine, forget about that, this has a solenoid still inside. This one, it's for the front boost that comes here. All right, it's okay because this is for the where it sits the boost. This is the front one. It's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Also the rear one here inside. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What's my point? What I saw. Let's see first the pistons. All right. Number one. It looks, except of the scoring that has, if you open a healthy AC compressor, I think I have a video from previous swap. If you open a healthy AC compressor, you see that it does have that many lines like this. It's much more, it's not like that. All right. And I didn't read it for any run out. I didn't get any measurement. All right, that's the number 2. That's the number 3, and I have an answer why this became like this, why this piston became like that. To understand why this became like this, let's point it, let's see the pistons from this side. All right, and it's important to clean something, and it's important to know from where you remove it. So don't mix it up in this case, because you can trace it, you can put it back as it was to see what happened, to tell you the story. All right, number 1, we see one polishing mark here didn't touch at all. Focus, stupid thing. Number 2 like this. Number 3, take a look how it looks like the number 3. Here and here. It didn't only remove the coating, but remove also materials from the piston number 3. This is the one that it looks like that. All right, number 4, only one side, number 5, and number 6. You see that all of them have the same pattern. It's on the right, the most wear, here. Forget the number 3. Here and here, and then you're coming to the number 3 and you see wear in both sides, okay, and you see a wear here. All right, now why this happened? I'm gonna show you why this happened, why all this mess happened. You're coming here on the front housing, where's the pulley, all right, and you see the lines, that these lines, what you see here, this line, and this line here, what you see, all these lines, it's this one. It goes from these pistons. But, if you check it from this side, there is one dent here on the AC compressor. The AC compressor, somebody here forced it. Don't ask me why, because this AC compressor, you just have to slide it in and out. You don't have to force it. You just remove one bolt. Let me show you. Let me get this one to explain to you what I'm talking about. It's very simple how to open it. It's not a big deal, other than you have to remove the water pump housing. 1 second. Okay, so you have there, you have the shaft there up, and then you have the AC compressor here. You see? just like that. You are losing it. There is nothing wrong with that. You're losing it and you're taking it out. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not a big deal. You just have to remove the water pump housing. And then you need some seals and some bullshit here. By the way, before I leave from here, I saw the cylinder head and it looks like that somebody have already opened the engine. It's not, I doubt. Yep, I see also copper spray. I can see copper spray on the head gasket. So definitely somebody opened this engine before. Back inside of the engine room, we have to deal with this. That this one, it's either, I don't know, somebody throw it down, somebody force it. I have no clue what they have done here. All right. And then when you see here inside, you see some cracks on the housing. You see these kind of cracks. Believe it or not, it's not leaking. Don't ask me how it's not leaking. And watch what I'm gonna do. Watch out what I'm gonna do. All right. 1 second. This is upper. It doesn't matter. Leave it there. This is up. Here I have right where I put the number 1 piston. All right. Here. 1 second. From which side? From this side. Yes. From this side. This was the number 1, 2, and 3. This was the third one. Let me get the number 3. The number 3, it goes inside this way. Yeah. Why I'm trying to put it the other way around. Let's put it back inside. That's the number 3 there. And it looks like that. Now, see what's gonna happen when I try to put it in place. This is up. You see the pin here? There is this pin that comes here. If I try to put it here inside, and the other pin, come on, with one hand, what you're expecting, right? 1 second to make straight the piston. One second. Shit. In any case, what's my point? The number 3 piston, whatever where has, it happened because it's simply they compromise the housing. Makes sense what I'm saying? The crack is there. You don't see now like that. The dent, it's here. And you see that it was not leaking actually. And you see that it's being compromised. So what was happening? All the time when it was changing the load, because it's a variable, the AC compressor, this one, it's changing the stroke, okay? When it was asking so much, always it was scratching at this surface here, that's why it has more wear. There, where is the dent? We said the number 1 is here, 1, 2, 3, we are here. Let me open it to show you inside. And this corresponding to this dent. And this one here, it's scratching at this point, up and down. So whoever dent the AC compressor, he dented that much that it doesn't leak, it creates some cracks, but it was pushing this piston sideways, and that's why you see all the scoring. At least that's my theory. This is what I understand with my mind, with my poor mind, having these things in front of me. All right? What does mean that one? Bullshit, what does mean? What can I do here? I can warm it up a little bit, push it again out, weld it, and then put it on the lathe and machine it again. So to save this part, because this is okay. Yeah, that's this one thing that I can do. Then there is another case, there's another thing. Why it's so much expensive, this AC compressor? It's very simple why it's expensive, this AC compressor. This AC compressor, it might be the same like the Golf, like the Daza, like from CJX as an example, like from RS3 as an example, but there is a but. Because they have this type of pulley that comes front and has this one here, this piece here, it's changing all the part number of the AC compressor. It might be the same AC compressor for how many cars, but it might be the same 6 pistons, same diameter, same housing, same everything, all right? But the front piece that's changing, it's changing the part number and changing also what else? The price of the AC compressor. Now, fortunately, there is a barcode here. this SB7 that you see here, okay, and I have it also as a sample. I can go, let us say, this is a Volkswagen Audi AC compressor. This one, it's a Mercedes, but guess what? This is from Denso. The same one, like the other one, like another time. This is SB2, okay, and it's bigger, it's greater. I can see I have one DAS outside to compare it, to see the barcode. So if I found a healthy housing with a healthy pistons, guess what? We are back in business. I'm putting it together, I'm putting some fluid inside, some oil, and everybody happy. That's the next plan. The bearings and all these things are excellent, the boosts are excellent, there is no problem whatsoever, other than, once again, this, what it costs, for me at least, for my eyes, for my brain, this thing here, the dent, this it causes to don't operate, don't work properly the AC compressor, and to don't reduce the temperature less than 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, fair enough. And the amount of oil, like I said, the amount of oil, I doubt that it's supposed to have so much oil inside the AC compressor. It is too much. My headache, like I said before, I said that, you know what, my headache, it's the seal. Why? Always it's the seal. It doesn't matter. It's in all of the AC compressors. What's the catch here with the seal? As soon as you open it, because come in contact with the oil and with the heats and with the heat and all these things, this is what's happening. The seal, it becomes greater. You see how greater it becomes? So what's involving, what needs to be done here? You need to put it on the corners here. You need to keep this out, and then you put the cover up, and then you're trying with one flat screwdriver to guide it inside of this channel carefully. You might F up everything. Why? Because if you don't guide it properly and you tight it, you're gonna snap it and then you're gonna have a leak. Hey, lovely. I didn't try to make one generic, to get one O-ring and give the shape of this, but no, the O-ring is not gonna be rated. Why? This is rated for, yeah, what the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, no worries. Then, another one tip for whoever wants, whoever cares, all right? When the metallic gasket of the AC compressor, it comes apart, this has a coating on it, all right? If it comes apart, what can you do? I have done this successfully before. Spray copper. You clean completely all the coating to be steel only. When it's peeling away, it's easily, you can peel everything away if it's burnt. So you remove all the gasket, all the material what has, and it's staying only the steel. And then you make it with spray copper. You leave it for 20 minutes, 25 minutes to cure a little bit, and then you put it on, and everybody happy. The same thing also for this gasket, same thing for this gasket, if you don't have any. Or it might have the donor compressor healthy gasket, and you can use from the donor compressor. It depends. But this is also an option. To open an AC compressor, classic, obviously, you need to have this tool. This tool is for two types, because you have to hold it to open it, and this goes in a line. No, this is for the different AC compressor, sorry. This is for this AC compressor. This comes like that here, and you can hold it and you can lose it. Torque specs, I'm not gonna tell you, classic, obviously. That's it. 99% sure that's what was causing. When you keep some accelerator, when you keep some RPMs, when you keep 2000 RPMs, it drops down to 14 degrees Celsius. But again, with the cylinders at this state, at this condition, and with the number 3 piston to have so much blow by, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about blow by. It was not even straight because of the marks, like I said. And it was touching also the rest. It might be, that's the case probably, because I remember that whichever I opened, it didn't have so much scoring. You're gonna tell me maybe it's all the housing. This I'm gonna see if I put it on the lathe. Or, if I found an AC compressor that's the same, that means the attachment points are the same, and with the cylinders, these two things are the same. I don't even have why to gamble, why to think about it to reuse again this one. Screw it, I can use it from the donor, right? Not a big deal. We're gonna see, we're gonna find out. we can go to the scrapyard and get one digital calipers and get also this as a sample, and we can find one. If we found also a low mileage, it can be amazing. Even there is also a possibility that if it's nice and clean the AC compressor, you don't even have to open it. What you have to do, you have to swap the front pulley only, and you're back in business. Yep. So that's the story with AC compressor. I have no clue what kind of title I'm gonna put. This is gonna be for my friend to see how does looks like the AC compressor. The pads, they're excellent. By the way, they don't have any problem. I don't see any problem here where they're running. It does have any scoring or something. It looks beautiful. All the problem, like I said, it starts from that. This dent. Boom. Thank you. Over and out. AC compressor examination. How to call it in English? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find one title to put it on. Thank you.